he's into the end zone, and Jacksonville has taken the lead. Now it's going to be a direct snap to Travis Etienne, a little bit of a wildcat. He tries the middle of the field, keeps his feet, leans toward the goal line, touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown run out of the wildcat, and Jacksonville has extended the lead. Empty backfield on first and goal from the 1. Quarterback draws a possibility. It looks like, isn't it? It's just going to be a quarterback power right up the middle, touchdown! I mean, Trevor Lawrence just lowered his shoulder and pulled into the end zone. He was almost untouched. A 1-yard touchdown run, and Jacksonville has extended the lead. They take the toss, they throw it back in the end zone. Caught for the touchdown! A play fake. Tim Patrick in the back of the end zone, a 1-yard touchdown pass. They've extended the lead. How good is that? And they run it with Etienne to the left side, to the 10, inside the 5-yard line, stretching for the pylon. Travis Etienne, touchdown! A touchdown run of 13 yards. Jacksonville's extended the lead. This one's been all Jaguars all day long at Everbank Stadium.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, David Garrard, and Dylan Denmark.
All right, what the hell did we just see? All right, Jacksonville Jaguars, as everybody expected, 35-6, just absolutely dominate the Los Angeles Chargers yesterday, and miraculously, the season is back on track after one devastating week of football. Really, they lost 3 out of 4, but the devastating fashion in which that game ended last week, maybe it spurred them on to this level of performance. We'll never know if they would have won this game had they held on against Houston, at least if they would have won it this way. Good morning, everybody. Happy Victory Monday. This is Jaguars Today. Everybody got the memo on the shirt today. DG, welcome back after 1 week off.
Thank you. Happy Victory Monday to you guys.
Yeah, you picked the best week to not be here, I
guess.
guess.
Yes, I absolutely did. And I listened in, and then I said, all right, I got to turn this off.
You
It's
know,
just making me sad.
Stuff, right? It really, I don't know what to tell you. But you know, all we can do, Tony, is chronicle what we see and tell you how we feel. And I like I said in the postgame yesterday, I'm not going to pretend I saw this coming. I didn't see a victory coming. Never mind the most dominant performance that this team has put out there in the 2025 season.
Yeah, we were going into a game, Dave, where I thought, the pass rush should show up because the Chargers' offensive line is terrible. So if the pass rush doesn't show up, then they are miserably bad, right, in that category. But I thought it was the kind of game where when they hit Herbert, I think they have to force a turnover on one of those hits or they're going to lose by 3 touchdowns, right? Like, that's the way that I felt going into the game. And then as you got to the end of the first quarter, I was like, the Chargers aren't what I thought they were, right? Like, that's kind of, you have to change your mindset in the middle of the game. But, wow, never would have thought they would dominate that game the way they did.
Well, that's what happens when you bring the punch to the other team. You don't wait for their counter. You go ahead and bring it to them. You hit them in the mouth, and then you see what their response is. And they tried to get themselves off the mat a little bit, and then we just kept punching them right in the mouth. And it didn't matter what we did. It was one of those games where everybody was executing. As long as we didn't beat ourselves and, give too many turnovers, which I was like, don't do this. Don't start now. But then Trevor came back after that turnover and just kept right on going, like nothing had changed. Like he didn't skip a beat after it. That was really good to see. It was really good to see this team respond from the game last week, because you just never know. Are they starting to slide and they're hearing things inside the locker room, or was that just a blimp on the screen and they're back on track now? So hopefully it's the latter. We'll see.
Yeah, and Tony, as you said, this was not the team you expected to see, or, maybe they're not who we thought they were. I think that's credit to the Jags for making them look that way. The Chargers' last 5 games, they were ridiculously good offensively. They scored 29, 24, 37, 27, 25. All the while, Herbert's been getting beat up, but they've been able to rise above it because they have outstanding pass catchers across the board. I mean, Quentin Johnston was a rumor yesterday at best in this football game. Oronde Gadsden II did not have the kind. I thought tight end was going to be a big issue, maybe going forward for this team. It feels like it's been a position the Jags have had a tough time covering for years. But you look at the last couple weeks, obviously Bowers is dominant, but he didn't score 3 touchdowns every week in the National Football League. He did against us. Dalton Schultz had the big game last week. Gadsden was just, not much. I mean, the fact Justin Herbert had 81 yards at the half, 30 of them coming on that beautiful diving reception by Keenan Allen. It was a great play. And he ended the game with 81 yards.
Wow.
He completed 1 pass for 0 yards in the third quarter. They had the ball for 3 plays in the third quarter yesterday, and the punt. 3 plays and a punt. That's all you allowed them to have. Jags running game showed up. The pass rush, like you said, immediately. First play of the game.
Pass rush, yes.
There's Trayvon.
Yep.
In the backfield.
Making the actual play, not letting them slip out of there and getting the ball off. Yep.
Right, and he doesn't get credit for it because he got the intentional grounding.
Yeah, that's all right.
You wish you could get credit for the sack there. B.J. Green will not get credit for a perfect – explain to me what was wrong with the sack on Justin Herbert at the end of the half. Because if you get that play, you're already basically at midfield. You're going to get 3, or at least a chance to get 3 more points the way the Jags were playing.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It really makes my wife really mad because she's like, I watched you get your butt beat down, and now if you lightly land with your arm on the quarterback, it's a personal foul. I know you guys have all seen the Kevin Hart, kind of, this is how you sack a quarterback now. Mm-hmm. You pick him up, put a pillow down.
Yes.
Then you put the blanket on top of him, snuggle him in,
You sure he's comfy?
Yeah, comfy. You don't want to just plow him into the ground. That's old school. So those kind of things, it's just terrible. They look bad, and the fact that they can't look back at a video and say, okay, he didn't even land on him.
No.
Which I'm sure they thought he was driving him into the ground, but he didn't.
He hit him hard, and yes, he hit the ground hard.
But then later in the game, I believe, somebody does the same thing, and then they let the quarterback go. And
that was a smoot on
because they're like,
Lance.
well, I don't want to fall on him.
Like he had him, and it was like, okay, at what point is he in the grasp here? And he let him go to not get a penalty.
It starts doubt in your defensive guys' minds, and now they're not playing with that edge.
So I think the NFL at some point is going to need to do something about it. Right? Like, I think you almost have to treat it like reviewing a turnover, right? And you say, look, we called what we called. We're going to take another look at it, and you make the decision. Because obviously, you only need to see the replay once, and there can be an official that say, no.
Yeah.
That's not a penalty. It's a big hit, but it's not a penalty. It only takes one look. I can understand on the field why sometimes these things happen, and you watch how violent the hit looks in the moment, and the official's like, violent, flag.
Exactly.
Right? Like, that's the way that it works in the NFL now. I do think we're getting to a point with it where if you're going to allow NFL defenders to win when they get there and not penalize them for winning big when they get to the quarterback, then we have to figure out some way to allow the officials to take another look at what happens on these plays. Otherwise, it's just going to continue.
I agree.
Because they're going to fall on the side of protecting the quarterbacks. That's where the money is, right? That's who they want to – everyone's come to watch is the quarterbacks play. So they want to protect them, keep them healthy, but – the protection has gone too far, as I think your wife has noticed.
Well, the pass rush was good enough yesterday for the Jags. But if you cosmetically, if you get the first play of the game counted as a sack, with Trayvon basically, it's the same result.
Yeah.
He just threw it away at the last second.
Yeah.
If the B.J. Green play is called right. And then explain to me, every time a quarterback runs out of bounds short and a guy kind of pushes him out of bounds. Why doesn't Gardeck get a sack? Why does he get a tackle for loss? Now, there are times when they determine that the quarterback has become a runner.
He's become a runner,
But he was running parallel to the line. Like, I thought he was trying to extend the play. That you get called for a sack on that all the time. But whatever. I mean, in the end, we saw it with our own eyes.
Yeah.
We know how impressive it was. The coverage was excellent yesterday. The kick coverage was excellent yesterday. I mean, we don't know what the punt coverage was like because they didn't punt the ball yesterday. Cam Little was on point with his kickoffs and with his extra points. That's all we required out of him yesterday. The running game
with one penalty.
The offensive line was dominant yesterday, and the one penalty. Yeah, we'll get to all that coming up. We got to take our first time out. Coach Denmark, so sad the season is over. I'm sorry it came to a crashing halt for the Baldwin Indians.
Yeah, we didn't make enough plays. That's playoff football.
Playoff football. He's a mature man. He's moving on to 26 already.
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
Not that I'm like looking forward to it yet, but give me about 2 months, and then
Two more months to get over
when 2026 gets here, then I'll be ready for 2026.
Okay.
I'm
Fair
just
enough.
chill for the next couple weeks.
All right. He's kind of in a little bit of a malaise, but we
He's
hope
soaking it a little bit.
some positivity on the Jaguar front gets him out of it. Happy Victory Monday, everybody. We are asking today for your reaction to the perplexing 35-6. It's not even that the Jags won the game. You could have convinced me of scenarios where the Jags could win that game. In that fashion,
Not this one.
I wasn't buying. All right, so good on you, Jags, for getting it done. As we say all the time, nothing we say here has any bearing on the actual outcome of
This
anything
weekend
in the
is
NFL.
the banner carrier for that.
No doubt, right? I mean, no
The
doubt.
conversation we had all week.
35-6, just a dominant performance. So let's talk about it today. If you want to get in, you know the ways to do it. 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines or on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Who do you want to give a game ball out to today? It feels like that kind of day where there are plenty of options you could go with here if you want to do that. You can stream us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or hit us up on social media at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at David Garrard _9, and at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
All right, here we go. Jags are 6-4, and have they turned their entire season around with that dominating performance? Well, they got to capitalize on the momentum and continue to win, but looking a lot better today than we felt about it on Friday. You're listening to Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey. I got a challenge for you, okay? It's pretty simple. Cooler weather's here. Go stand next to your windows inside your house. Do you feel a cool draft? If so, you need Pella Windows and Doors. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that draft with energy-efficient windows that'll keep that drafty air out, saving you money every month. How does 0% interest for 60 months sound? Well, go to PellaJacks.com, schedule a free home energy checkup, and you can get that for yourself. That's PellaJacks.com, or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows and tell them you heard my challenge here on 1010XL.
Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Jaguars Today.
And he's not moving. That was a heck of a hit.
Good health is an important part of a successful program.
A guy who was number 5 on our depth chart is now our starting wideout.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update. Jacksonville on 1010XL.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
The wait is over. Sunday, December 7th, your Jacksonville Jaguars return to Everbank Stadium for a massive division showdown against the Indianapolis Colts. This is more than just a game. It's a statement. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jags are back home and ready to turn up the heat in their iconic Prowler throwbacks. Kickoff is 1 p.m., so pack the bank and make it loud. Secure your seats now at Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Tired of plumbers trying to sell you instead of help you? At Superior Plumbing and Pipeline, we do things differently. We hire real plumbers, not salesmen, and we never pay commission. That means no upselling, no pressure, and no unnecessary repairs. Just honest, expert work at a fair price. So the next time you need a plumber you can trust, make the superior choice and call Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, where quality comes first and honesty is standard. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. No commissions, just solutions. Learn more at SuperiorPlumbingJacks.com.
If fishing is in your DNA, hop in the boat with Captain Kevin. It's the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters. And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com.
Tired of roofers who never answer the phone and just use AI?
I'm Morgan Conley, the People's Roofer. I answer every call. No robots, no runaround. I'm born here, built here, staying here. Visit morganconleyroofing.org.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm at Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkestone. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Quality work is sometimes hard to come by these days, and if you want quality in a fence that'll last, make the call to Duval. Duval Fence, that is, a good Jacksonville company with good Jacksonville people committed to quality service. If you need a fence for your home, for a business, anything, just call Duval Fence at 260-4747. Give them an idea of what you're looking for, and they'll take care of the rest. Property fence, privacy fence, pool, or pets. Make sure you call Duval Fence today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
Dropping is Justin Herbert. Four-man rush. Scrambles away. He gets hit. He's going to get sacked. Josh Hines Allen got him. Third sack of the day for Jacksonville. Back at the 28-yard line. Now, after that sack, Josh has set the franchise career record for sacks. Congratulations to Josh Hines Allen.
Took a little while, but he got it.
Yeah.
Josh Hines Allen, now your career leader in sacks for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You asked, Dave, a moment ago, who was the official Jaguars Radio Network player of the game. Who would you have voted for?
Josh Hines Allen.
You would?
Yep.
Okay, because of the milestone or just his impact overall or combination of all that?
Just felt like he was everywhere doing a lot of things.
Okay, that's fair. Look, I got to go first. The way we do it is I get a vote, JP Shadrick gets a vote, and Fred Taylor gets a vote and a half because he's Fred Taylor.
Yeah.
Right? And so that way, if everyone votes for someone different, Fred's going to win.
Yep.
And that makes sense. So for the first time, I'm always like giving Fred a hard time. He's always like, man, I want to vote for the entire defensive backfield. I'm like, man, no, pick a guy, right? And for the first time, I'm like, I can't decide between Tootin and Etienne. I thought they're equally fantastic. I thought Tootin was more explosive, but Etienne had 2 touchdowns. And so combined, I felt like they set the tone. I said, I'm going to vote for that duo, the Etienne Tootin.
I like that.
Etienne duo. So JP Shadrick said, all right, if you're going to vote for 2, I'm going to vote for 5. He goes, I'm going to give it to the entire offensive line, right? Trevor Lawrence got hit twice, didn't get sacked. Running game was outstanding, good protection. Saw Hainsey and McCary. Now, Hainsey's getting all the credit on that touchdown to the pylon for Etienne, and he was fantastic. He carried his guy just through yards and yards of the play. But McCary had his guy way out there. He was pulling, and he let him go so he didn't get a penalty, but they were both dominant on that play, and so offensive line got a vote. Freddie goes, well, if you're going to vote for 2 and he's going to vote for 5, I'm going to vote for 11. I'm going to give it to the whole defense.
Yeah.
So that's the defense was the player of the game yesterday, which all of it was well-deserved. I mean, you gave up 2 field goals in the game.
I was going to say the DBs, the way that they made Herbert have to sit and wait for times on end, allowing the defensive line to get pressure on him. They did such a good job of that, of getting coverage, sacks, getting coverage, pressure on them, and causing them to, just not be very accurate all day long.
Yeah, rally to the ball, tackling as well. I thought, Tony, just a few key plays along the way like that. Just I think it was McConkey caught it. It was 3rd and long on the very first drive because they had the intentional grounding, and he gets it out in the flat, and that's one of those that he starts picking his way, and you're like, oh, this guy's just going to just pick it up by a half a yard, and they stopped, and they gang tackled him like 3 yards short of the sticks. Little things like that along the way that, Trevor completing a few key third downs to Jacoby Myers or whomever, just to extend drives until they really took control of that game. There were a couple of those plays I thought that, if it doesn't go that way, obviously, outcome could be different, but it did go that way. All right, let me hit today's 10-10 take, then we'll get to the phone lines and let you celebrate.
10-10 take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
I feel like that is more directed to the point now, Denmark. We don't have that big whoosh, whoosh.
I pulled the trigger a little early.
That's okay. No, it's okay. No, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, at the beginning, is that new? Is that feels tightened up to me?
No, it's the same.
All right, same? All right. It's all good. All right, here's my 10-10 take on this. Last week, we asked, one of our questions was, what is the biggest issue facing this team going forward? And I thought it was lack of discipline, lack of focus. It's the self-defeating stuff. Well, where was that yesterday? Gone, right? That, to me, out of everything, 1 penalty for 5 yards. Now, you had offsetting penalties, whatever. I mean, 1 official accepted penalty for 5 yards in that game. They weren't hurting themselves. They didn't have bad drops. They didn't have guys lining up wrong. They didn't have the play clock running down to nothing and a panic feel. Oh, are they going to get it off? Or do we need to call a timeout here? It was the operation was smooth. The focus was there from the outset of this football game. I don't know if they have the same performance. Think about this. If they come back and they beat the Texans, we're happy, right? And they still had the collapse, but if somehow the hands to the face doesn't get called on Chuma Edoga and Cam Little comes in with a walk-off 60-yarder, we're celebrating most of the week, but it would mask some of the issues they had. This was like a come to Jesus week for them. Like, what are we going to be about? And they had to dig deep, and they came out, and I do think the sting of that loss and the totality of the opportunity they let get away led them to this performance. Now, you think about the alternative. We say going in, we'd rather have them beat Houston. It's the division game. And I probably will still stand by that because they're both AFC games. But here, in this case, Houston's behind you. You split with them. You feel like, I mean, they struggled with Tennessee yesterday. That's how they should with a backup quarterback. The Chargers win that game yesterday. They're separating. They're 2 games ahead with the tiebreaker. You're not catching the Chargers. Now, you're just a game behind, a half game behind, basically. This game, the way it turned out might have been more beneficial. I would not have chosen this path. I wouldn't have believed they could go this path the way it went, but not defeating themselves, I thought was a great step to kick off the rest of this season.
No, the Chargers winning that game yesterday, and today the NFL conversation is about the 3-way race for the 1 seed in the AFC, and the Chargers are in it.
Sure.
Right? Like but it does sway a little bit, and as important as anything to me is with talking about how clean they played the game yesterday. And we've all had questions about when can they stop beating themselves? What will it look like when they do? Right? And I don't think that we should take yesterday as evidence that every time they play a clean game, they're going to beat an NFL team, a playoff team by 30 points. Like, I don't think that that's the takeaway, but I think the takeaway can be when they play clean, I think they give themselves an opportunity to beat anybody. Right, with where this team is right now. But they play so sloppy most of the time. Yesterday, they played clean on top of with the areas where the Chargers just kind of naturally struggle, along the offensive line. And all of that was enough to turn it into as lopsided a victory as we've seen the Jaguars had in a long time.
By the way, go ahead, Dave.
You go ahead because it seems like you got something
I'm just laughing at it. It's not that important. Please react to what Tony had to say.
I was going to say halfway through the third quarter, I had to think back like, wait, have we had any penalties? Have we done anything that have, kind of disrupting our flow of the game? No, we haven't. And it was weird. Because I'm expecting somebody to be jumping off sides, somebody to be lining up wrong, but we didn't. And what that does is it gives you an opportunity that if you do have a real football turnover or something like that, it's not compounding on all the other junk that you have going on. Turnovers are going to happen. Try to limit them. And when they do happen, as long as you are still playing under control, you can come back from it. But when you got to fight against the refs, you got to fight against your own guys not lining up or doing the right things, it just compounds and makes everything feel worse for the guys on the field. But now you can see what you can do when you have a team that is operating like they should. Even when you have a turnover, you can come back because guys are still up. They know turnovers happen. It's how you respond to them. And they responded great all day.
Yeah, and look, I thought the game was called fairly. I didn't think it was like, oh my gosh, the Chargers are getting hosed here. They're in Los Angeles. Like this whole narrative, because you hear it when the Jags get a lot of penalties. Oh, big market team, small market team, that comes up. Well, we're one of the smallest market teams versus one of the biggest market teams playing yesterday. And much like the Kansas City game, the other team was the one, and Kansas City's not the biggest market, but they're the Mahomes market.
Yeah.
Right? And, the Jags just were not beset with penalties. The Chiefs had a ton of penalties called on them. I'm not saying they weren't deserved. Like that one in the end zone, was it Tim Patrick got a flag? He drew a flag for pass interference, right? That to me was just like, that's one you could have let go as a ref, I thought, if you really wanted to go into that narrative, we're going to keep this close or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. I always hate the refs are out to get us kind of thing. Do they blow calls? Absolutely. They blew the call on BJ Green, I think. But I don't think there's this agenda, this anti-Jaguar agenda that they're out to get you.
There's no agenda. There's no agenda that I felt like was going on. Because you can go all the way back to high school, and Dylan will tell you this. It feels like the refs are against you half the times.
Yeah.
Because I know my son came home quite a few times. We had to beat the refs too, Dad, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, that's just sports, man, because they're people. And sometimes they get things wrong. Sometimes they get it right. Hopefully they didn't see it, but they did, and you get called on it. So, yes, you do have to beat them sometimes because it's your team causing them to throw more flags.
Or in the case, sometimes they're human. Like you said, they get caught up, like if the crowd's into it, right?
That too.
Like I do think the home field can have an influence on those kind of outcomes. I didn't feel like that. I just felt like I was like, damn, the Jags played clean football yesterday. And when you do that, look how well you can perform.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the lines and get our man Mac in Delaware to start things off, who tweeted me yesterday before the game to say he had a good feeling about this one. Now, then again, there are the pie-eyed optimists that always have a good feeling about it. But Mac, welcome to Jaguars Today. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. I really appreciate it. Mike, I told you. The thing is that I just woke up yesterday morning, and I said, you know what? I think the Jags are going to win this game, really. Because I think that what Coach Cohen did was tell those guys to go ahead, flush that away. Don't even think about that. We got more games to play this year, and hey, start off brand new. Hey, they did really good. One of the plays, a couple plays I really liked was the two fake pass to Munn, and I think the little bit of a jump pass to Patrick in the end zone when he caught the touchdown. My question for David is this. What do you think of Trevor's performance yesterday? Yeah, I know he had the interception, but I think my opinion is that I think he played pretty good. And, the naysayers are going to be out there. They're going to say something. But you know what? Hey, look, we won the game. We played clean. And I'm very, I get really upset when they lose. But I'm really, really happy when they win. Thank you guys for taking my call.
All right, Mac. Duval. All right, what do you think about Trevor's performance?
I thought it was one of his better performances. He did have that turnover where, like I said, I felt like, don't let this be a snowball effect of something to come. But it wasn't. He responded back from it the next drive, and I thought he just played efficient all day. They didn't ask a ton of him, but they asked enough of him, and he completed passes when they were there. So I thought he did a pretty good job.
I thought he was a little too keyed up early, right?
Early, I felt like he didn't like anybody around him, and he was a little his feet were moving a lot, and he just wanted to get the ball out of his hands. And then he just settled in and started to just play ball and not worry about who was all around
like
him.
the one to Jacoby on fourth down, no, uncatchable.
Yeah,
right? The one to Parker where he got the pass interference, I didn't think was a great throw, but he got the penalty, and that worked out. Obviously, the pick. So there were a few shaky ones, but guess what? You're going to throw a few bad balls along the way. By the way, just out of curiosity, did you see how many passes Jacoby Brissett completed yesterday?
47.
The NFL record.
47?
He completed
47
passes yesterday. More than anyone in the history of the National Football League.
How many did he throw?
I don't know, maybe around 60.
Yeah, right below 60.
He was very efficient. I mean, relatively efficient. Now, they didn't put the amount of points on the scoreboard that you would think.
Yeah.
But, man.
57, yeah.
47 to 57.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, for well over 400.
They trailed by 20, the entire.
But still, okay, but you know it's coming. I mean, no one else has ever done it.
Yeah,
so,
that's a lot of throws.
They're not gonna just lay down. That we'll worry about them as the week goes on.
We will, yeah.
But definitely a beatable team. They're 3-7. Obviously, they're a beatable team. But yeah, 47 completions yesterday. I mean, what did Bryce Young threw for 448? Jacoby Brissett threw for 452 yesterday. So there's 900 yards between those two guys
and everybody
yesterday.
else sucked, it felt like.
And I had neither one in a fantasy lineup. Thank you very much. All right, we got to take a time out here. If you're on the line, we'll get to you coming out of the break as we continue along on a Victory Monday. David Garrard's in the studio. And this is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, cooler weather has arrived, and there's nothing like a little something warm in your belly to get you started on a chilly morning. How about a warm breakfast sandwich from Dandy? Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville original for 70 years, man. I tell you what, they love me talking about their lunch and dinner options, and they have great ones, sandwiches, subs, full range of options for you. But I always tell you, don't forget breakfast. They've got a full breakfast menu, including the new twin-pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. It is ready to go in under a minute, and it's as amazing as it sounds. You get the sweet, then the salty. They're delicious. They're addicting. You get a big portion, too, weighing in at 7 ounces. You're going to find them at your local daily stores all over Jacksonville. So check them out. Get your day started right with the folks at Dandy. You know, they're local with the highest quality ingredients, always fresh, always keeping the prices in check as well. They've got you in mind, and you should have Dandy in mind when you're hungry in Duval. And when you are, do what I do. Go out and make yours a Dandy and do it today.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Why wait for a reason to send flowers? Celebrate life's little wins, or just celebrate you. Stop into the showroom on Beach and Southside, or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market. We make every day bloom.
It's a Dreamfinders Homes Monday.
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Make Honda of the Avenues your first stop for award-winning customer service and world-class Honda vehicles. Our inventory is larger than ever, which means we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jags.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, it's Joe C. The chill is in the air and your backyard can still be the heart of the season. Gather your family around a beautiful outdoor fireplace from Isocurrent or Napoleon, expertly installed by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. From elegant stone fireplaces to wood-burning or gas fire pits, CSS creates cozy spaces where memories are made and where every night can feel like a celebration. You dream it, they can build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
CSS. Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here, and I recently celebrated a birthday with friends and family, and a lot of photos were taken. And you go on Facebook and you look, and you have those memories of years past on the same day. And I saw pictures of myself from 2 years ago. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. That's back when I was over 300 pounds. I mean, I was in a bad spot in life with my weight. And now here we are, my birthday in 2025, down over 100 pounds, keeping the weight off. I look like a completely different human being. I can't tell you how many times I'm told that pretty much on a daily basis by people who haven't seen me in quite some time. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com. I'm living proof. If you want to drop the weight, Awaken 180 Weight Loss is your answer. 844-346-1800.
Experience Pink Floyd. Floyd Nation. November 21st at Florida Theater. Floyd Nation. Don't be afraid to care. I don't need no arms around me. Floyd Nation. Experience Pink Floyd. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resco Pros of Northeast Florida.
Yeah, so what I was laughing at earlier, and I showed the guys on the break, a clip of a little 10-second video entitled Liam Cohen Punches Jim Harbaugh in the post game, and I'm thinking, they're trying. Have you seen this, Dylan?
Oh yeah,
the left hook, right? And I'm thinking, all right, they probably like bumped shoulders or something, or he gave him a little, punch on the arm, like, hey, good game or whatever, and they're trying to blow this up. It was completely fake. It was an AI thing where they shake hands and then Liam Cohen hauls off with a left hook and just knocks him out.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to check everything nowadays, man. But it was amusing to me, at least. And I'm sure it's inexplicable, to Charger fans, but the idea and the meme and the discourse of Trevor Lawrence owns Justin Herbert, not going to be stopped after yesterday. No. I mean, 3-0 now against them, and two of them in massively convincing fashion. Now, granted, it's a team game. Trevor wasn't making all those tackles, wasn't holding Justin Herbert to 81 yards passing. That is unbelievable. 81. He had 102 yards, including his rushing, and he led the team in rushing and passing with 102 yards combined between those two. What a performance by this Jaguars defense.
Yeah, I think it's the fifth fewest yards the Jags have allowed in franchise history.
Yeah.
I think it's the second fewest maybe of Herbert's career. I think it's his second lowest rating in a game in his career. The last, it happened in like 2020 against New England. I was looking at it this morning a little bit. Yeah, the performance is nuts. I do, as I was watching the game, I was trying to put myself in the shoes of a Chargers fan for a moment while I'm watching it, and I found myself thinking, if I'm a Chargers fan, this just feels like deja vu, right? It's like every time I think the Chargers are any good, they're finally over the hump, this is what they do to me, right? Like if you're a Chargers fan, I think that's the way you feel coming out of this game. Are we ever actually going to sustain anything? Like in my life as a Chargers fan, they've had teams that we thought were the best team in the AFC. And they do this. Now they would wait till the AFC Championship game to do this to you. But the Chargers history is this. We feel really, really good about this team, and then they show you, like
but you know
at
what?
some point.
Look, if their offensive line is not going to repair itself. Their tackles are done, right? Who knows about Marion Hampton if he gets back and what that would do for their offense to give it a little bit more balance. I mean, Kamani Vidal had been playing pretty well with the exception of one game a couple of weeks ago. But, that's sometimes just what it is. Obviously, they're still in the playoff picture, so they are a good team. I don't want to diminish the fact that this team was 7-3 coming in. And especially offensively, we're rolling. The pass rush was good. And it had been affecting quarterbacks all season, and the Jags just stood up to everything that they threw at them yesterday. All right, let's go to the lines. It is a reaction Monday, Victory Monday. Robert in Fleming Island's been hanging on the longest. Robert, thank you. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, good morning, Mike. Good morning, David.
Morning.
Hey,
Tony?
I thought they were. Yeah, I thought they were going to get smoked, so I told my wife I'm going to listen to the game on 1010 XL. And look what happened. I'm going to continue listening to it on 1010 XL so they don't get jinxed. But I did have a question for David. I wanted to know, this was my take. With Trevor Lawrence, okay, the coach said, let it rip. And my take is, I noticed on his first read on Trevor Lawrence, he would hesitate. What does that mean, David? Does it mean just throw it on your first read? I'm not sure, but I'll listen to your answer off the air, okay?
Yeah, he's basically telling them, don't second guess yourself. Just let the ball go. If you see the guys anticipate that he's about to come open, let it fly. And trust that he's going to make the play for you. Trust that you're seeing what you're supposed to see, because sometimes guys see ghosts. They're like, oh, I don't want to throw it there because that defender might jump it. And that means you're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting your arm. You're not trusting your preparation, all those things. He's saying, trust it, see it, let it fly.
Trust your eyes.
Yeah,
right? Now, you played the position. I'm just, in listening to what you said and listening to what you've said over the years, just if it's there. And I thought Trevor, I didn't see a lot of hesitation from Trevor. I thought that it was smart at times. Like, the play that Mac brought, a couple of plays, I thought were just so well designed. They got Munt in the middle of the field. Like, Trevor looked both sides and then came back to the middle, and it was wide open. And then the play on the goal line to Tim Patrick was gorgeous.
Beautiful
just
call.
to watch the defense flow with the run fake off to the right, and Patrick sold the block and just released, and it was, you're not going to stop that.
They split the defense. They had a guy with a little pump option fake to the right, and then you had another back going the other way, so other guys had to honor that, and then you had Patrick just right there in the middle, just wide open. It's a great play call, but those are the things that I've been waiting to see some of our coaches over the last few years dial up. How many times have we got down there and it's just run into a brick wall and nobody has any creativity to get guys open? So great play call. I love that call by Cohen and great operation by Trevor and the boys.
No doubt. All right. WB on the west side before we hit the break up next. WB, go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen. How y'all doing this morning?
Very well.
I'm a little bit late chiming in, so this may have already been mentioned. But whenever BTJ, whenever he gets
BTJ,
they do not need to forget Jacoby Myers, number 3. That kid's playing ball. They need to keep a space for him. I'll leave it at that.
All right. You know what? Because we're up against the break. That's a good time. We'll come back and let's talk about the Jacoby Myers effect on this team. WB, appreciate the call and know that we haven't really gotten into that yet, but he's led the team in receiving. Not with eye-popping totals, but led the team in receiving in his first 2 games here in Jacksonville. He catches the ball. He takes hits after he absorbs the contact, and he hangs on, and we move on to the next play.
Like he should.
Usually a first down on that next play. All right, so WB, thank you. For the rest of you, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. Let's get rolling here on a Victory Monday, a Reaction Monday. It's Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Apex Roofing and Contracting. The time to check your roof is not when you're being deluged by rain. No, when it's beautiful, when it's sunny outside, go check it out. Have Apex come by. If your roof has damage, if it leaks, if it's just plain worn out, they'll have an action plan for you. They're local. They're dependable. They'll show up on time with the most premium materials, ironclad warranties, and up to 0% financing as well. No shortcuts, no stress, just quality work that you can trust. Reach for the peak. That's Apex Roofing and Contracting, locally here in Jacksonville Beach or online at apexroofingfl.com.
Jaguars Today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service. The roar of the crowd. The theater of your mind.
Breaking free, they're not going to catch him.
It comes alive in your ears.
Showtime.
Jacksonville's play-by-play sports radio. 1010XL.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
Jaguars Today.
It's a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville Trust. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Listening that fits your schedule perfectly.
Absolutely brilliant.
Go on demand.
Ad-free shows after the live shows end.
How about that? Channels by
Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
How many different denominations of paper money are currently being used?
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
There are 7 denominations of U.S. currency. The 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100 bills.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Bayshell Tootin put on a dazzling display for Jacksonville in the run game. The teal and black back recorded 74 yards on 15 carries and added in a touchdown on what was a dominant performance for him. Although small in stature, he left the game as the BMID, the big man in Duval. And he's your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through November 13th. Financing available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money.
David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
And they stay there. And they say
Victory Monday. Nothing can touch it, baby, especially when there's no doubt. There's no, yeah, but.
Yeah.
There's no, oh, come on. There's no, look at the quality of the competition. No, it was ass kicking from the opening gun to the final whistle.
It really was.
It really was.
From start to finish, like I said, the one little blimp was the turnover, and then after that, you didn't even think about it.
Look, Yasir Abdullah, good coverage on the opening kickoff. Had a really good, oh, Yasir's going to show up and play today. Okay, let's see what happens. Here comes Trayvon. And it was on.
Yeah.
You know, it got them behind. And yeah, they went up 3-0 on their second drive and all that, but Jags responded. We all saw what happened. We got a little news still in Denmark. What do we got from the desk of Jaguar Central, please?
We have some breaking news. Adam Schefter putting out that the Jaguars are signing Juan Thornhill, safety, to their practice squad.
Okay, he'll get, you get 3 practice squad elevations up to the active roster, 30 years old, and has been around. I think Kansas City was it a week or 2 ago they just released him? And
he's been with Pittsburgh all year.
Oh, has he been with Pittsburgh? Yeah. Okay, then Pittsburgh, he had previously been with Kansas City. Yes. I saw him on the waiver wire, though, and I thought, I don't know. Will they be interested? I don't scout Juan Thornhill, but he's a vet who's played a lot of football in the NFL, had been mostly a full-time starter in his years KC. That's right. It's been a couple of years in Cleveland. I guess I just remember him from his KC days more than anything.
Won 2 Super Bowls with him.
And they're always on TV.
He started 75 of his 96 games in his career, not this year with Pittsburgh. He had played in 9 games with 1 start. Probably didn't have much of an impact, but I don't have any issue with bringing a vet like that in. We still got issues on the back line of this defense.
No doubt.
We did not yesterday. That doesn't mean it's always going to be that successful, the rush and the coverage. And I thought the coverage was sticky, man.
Yeah.
And not giving guys these major cushions off the line. I thought Monteric played tough again. Just a fun day to watch.
Guys are growing. You can see guys are just really developing with their craft, and they're not just relying on just being the same old person when they show up. They're coming out and they're trying to make a name for themselves. Good on them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I thought Dewey played better.
He did.
Right?
I believe he got his hand on one of the balls.
That could have gone a long way back the other way there late in the game. Yep, absolutely. So, all right, plenty of praise to go around. Let's get back to the line. Papa G up next here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Papa G.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How we doing?
We're excellent today.
It's a beautiful victory Monday, man. Hey, let me start with David, man. Hey, season ticket holder. I'm 66 years old since day one. So, David, thanks for the memories.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable. Thank you for the memories. You're a great guy. You're a wonderful role model for my son, and we love you, man. But listen, we play good when we're ticked off a little bit, I've got an idea. When we get on that airplane this week to fly out for our away game, how about to land that plane for about an hour on the tarmac to get the team a little upset, and then once they're in the air, play that Houston game on the big screen, baby. Let's get really upset, man, and let's go pull an upset on the road. Love you guys. Duval!
Appreciate it. Duval! It was interesting because, like, Josh Hines Allen saying after the game, like, yeah, I mean,
can't rely on this.
Right, you can't be mad every week. You can't manufacture mad every week. You got to be
unless you're Jordan,
a pro. Right, he'd do it on a moment-to-moment basis, right? Like you pitch that penny closer to the wall than me. How much you got in your wallet? How much is your house?
Why
worth?
are your sneakers cleaner than mine?
Right,
okay, it's on.
Whatever, it's on. Yeah. Right, it doesn't matter.
See the way that guy's walking? Is he trying to say something?
Not everyone's wired like that. There was a lot of talk, and we talked about with Fred Taylor yesterday after the game, and the Jags have talked about you got to find that balance. Like you get low and you get really high.
You don't want to ride the roller coaster.
You got to kind of play. You got to find a way to get past it. So this will be a challenge in its own right, though, Dave. I would imagine it was like this was one that focuses the troops. And from what I was hearing yesterday, Liam Cohen was chewing some serious ass on the practice field this past week.
Good,
right? Absolutely, right. Now, can you? As Leon Searcy might say, can you deal with smelling yourself a little bit here, right? And
as Cohen said when he joined Bucky on the postgame yesterday, it's not like they were all that physical in practice, right? Like they were trying to get guys healthy for this week, but that didn't mean the attitude wasn't there, from the head coach to get everybody in line and focused for what they were going to have to do, after to respond to what happened to him in that Houston game last week. Obviously, the response was awesome. This is a completely different kind of test to, are you smelling yourself?
Yeah. Well,
going into the next week.
I can tell you when you come off games like the Texans game, you show up the first time for the first meeting and you're wondering how the coaches are going to respond from it. What kind of coaches are we going to get? Are we going to get we're fighting mad coaches? Or we're going to get, hey, that's behind us. Let's move on, keep the smile on our face, and keep moving forward. coaches, or you just never know. And so when you get it, I'm sure if they were like, okay, we're getting fighting mad. It's time to go out and practice all day long kind of coaches, which is what you need sometimes, especially when you're a young team, a team that's still trying to get that cohesion going, and it's a new coaching staff and all that. So it's good that he can show some stripes of, hey, I can be fighting mad, and y'all need to respond to that. And I don't need to always get fighting mad for y'all to respond, but in this situation, I am.
And well-deserved.
Absolutely.
I mean, after that fourth quarter, and there were not enough fingers on the hand to point at,
because the same way we had a lot of good historical things in this game, that last one there was a lot of historical bads.
Absolutely. Jared on the south side is next on Victory Monday here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Jared.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up?
Hey, look what happens when the line does its job, man. I was so happy for Trayvon and Josh Hines-Allen, and Trayvon had that first one, man. That was that intentional grounding, and I was like, oh, that's not going to go on the stat sheet. But then he got one anyways. I'm really liking the pieces falling into place, man. We're about to get Brenton Strange back in the near future. Brian Thomas, man, with that, and Jacoby and Parker developing, man. It's exciting, man. We just gotta keep the momentum going. You know, don't hit that wall again. And lastly, is there any update on Basil Tootin?
No, we were just talking about that. Haven't heard anything official, but he did have his helmet back on, standing on the sideline, appearing like he was
Kinda
prepared to
ready to
go
go.
back in the
Like
game.
he took
if
like a
needed.
step or two onto the field and then got called back off. By
So we're gonna hope that was not just adrenaline and that he'll be fine, because he was definitely a big factor in that football game. So, Jared, thank you for the call. We should remark about just your impressions of what Jacoby Myers, because that was leading into the last break. We said we'd do that. What has he brought to this receiving core, Dave?
After getting to watch him yesterday, you can just see he is that comfort blanket that everybody always likes to talk about for a quarterback. That's what he is. He is a guy that's going to run the right route. He is going to run it precisely. He's going to get himself open, because he used to be a quarterback back in the day, and so he understands what the quarterback is looking for. First of all, just a guy that I can trust, that if I put the ball in your hands, you're going to make that catch. He does that. He turns upfield. He also turns into a little bit of a running back when he gets the ball in his hands, because he's a tough runner with the ball. He's not diving to get to the ground. He's not looking to get out of bounds. He is looking to get yak, which I love about him, but he is just somebody that you can trust, and he's going to make those plays. He's not a flashy guy, doesn't have the great speed, doesn't have the great height, none of those things. He just does it all very well. He's not ever going to be like a all-pro type player, but he's one of those receivers that you want to have on your team, because you can count on him, especially when it's third down and everybody's sticky. And the ball is a 50-50 ball, whatever it is, not up in the air, but sometimes just throwing a dig route or an in cut, and that DB is there. He will fight with that DB to get his hands on that ball to make the catch for you.
All right, halfway into this Victory Monday, Jacoby Myers 5 catches for 64 yards on 6 targets yesterday. Jags win it 35-6. Back to your calls when we return in a moment on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. A strong fence makes a good fence. A strong defense makes a good team.
They're the best defense in the league for a reason.
Each week, Superior Fence and Rail presents the Defensive Player of the Game. Go, let's go! On 1010XL.
Hey, First Coast, it's your boy Leon Searcy, your lemon pepper guy. Back and better than ever for Wingstop. You know I can't resist those crispy, flavorful wings that make your taste buds dance. Wingstop just opened a hot new spot on Jeremiah Street in Middleborough. There's 17 locations, now serving up the most mouth-watering wings in town. And my all-time favorite, lemon pepper. Try their new quick and easy ordering on the app and swing by today for fresh, hot wings made for you. Only at Wingstop.
Dreamfinders Homes, Monday.
On Jaguars Today.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Rest the Pros.
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Rest the Pros.
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestoProsNEFlorida.com. That's RestoProsNEFlorida.com. RestoPros!
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit HelloSmooth.com for more details.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee. Man, it's incredible. Just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. I was so impressed. It's about connecting with nature, with food, with community. And now you can own your very own handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm. Everything you need is there. You'll hardly need to go grocery shopping. Learn more about all of it at okefarm.com. That's OKE farm.com, the farm at Okefenokee.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Hurricane season may be past us, but are you prepared for when your power goes out? A permanently installed Generac home standby generator does more than keep the lights on when the power fails. It delivers peace of mind. Whether you're home or not, your Generac home standby system kicks into action and continues to power your home until utility power returns. Give American Electrical a call at 737-7770 to find out more. For the best from Generac, check out american-electrical.com.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at bariorthopedics.com.
Is your home ready for the holidays? Beat the holiday rush and call Zero Res. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $149 and a 4th room free with a canned food donation. Plus $75 off air ducts as well. Book online anytime at ZeroResJacksonville.com.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida. The Jacksonville Jaguars defeated the Los Angeles Chargers yesterday, and while the AFC playoff picture remains pretty similar, it's going to have implications down the line. The Chargers entered the day as the 5 seed, with the Jaguars being the 7th. While it's still the case, the Jags are now a half game behind Los Angeles. Now Jacksonville has wins over 2 different wild card contenders in the Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Right now, 70 degrees at 11:03, time in 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch. He's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
Oh, man, it's all fun and games when the Jags win, isn't it? Right?
It sure is.
Everybody at 1010XL is just in a good mood. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning to you. And,
everybody got
hi,
smiles
neighbor.
on their faces.
Yes, we're all so happy. And, hey, look, man, you know, we're like you. We want the Jags to win. We root for their success. And I don't mind saying that. You know, I'm not some objective journalist when it comes to the Jags. I try to be objective about my opinions about them and be fair about them. But there's no question. In our confidence picks, Tony, we weren't confident at all that the Jags would win. We were confident that the Chargers would.
Yep.
That was how I felt. That was the truth. But from the opening whistle, let's go, man. We're rooting like crazy. So it is. There's a different feeling around this place on a Victory Monday, as I'm sure is the case in a lot of places around town.
Right, and I think that at least. Look, they were a team, as we talked about, even with the loss last week, they would be in the playoffs if they started today, right? But they felt like a team that was like, well, how bad is it going to be if the playoffs started today? Like, if they were going to have to go on some kind of road trip here, week one of the playoffs, it was just name your score, kind of was the feeling that I think everyone had. This week, despite the fact that they would be the 7th seed, they'd be going to the 2 seed right now in the AFC playoffs. But if they did have to make a road trip to New England, it's not that I'd be going, yeah, they're definitely going to beat the Patriots, but I'd be like, they could beat the Patriots.
All right, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that game yesterday at least gives you the confidence that if they play a clean game, I think they can go toe-to-toe with anybody. They've beaten Kansas City.
Yeah.
They've beaten the Chargers now. Now, they've also shown they're capable of Houston.
Yep.
Right? Like, they are kind of that Jekyll and Hyde at times, but if they don't beat themselves, they at least give themselves a chance at the end of the season to do something potentially special for the franchise.
All right, let me ask you this. All right. I think either answer is probably acceptable here. The Colts play at the Chiefs this week. Who should we root for to win that game? Right? Like, because if the Chiefs lose and the Jags win, now the Chiefs are getting so far behind you, you almost don't have to worry about them at that
Chiefs.
point.
I want the Chiefs to win.
You want the Chiefs to win.
I want the Colts to lose at every opportunity.
Yeah.
I hear you. I mean, but like,
I know I still got the 2 head-to-head with them, but I want the Colts to lose.
Boy, I don't, because I would right now. Would you take the 7 seed in the AFC, or would you roll the dice on whatever's going to happen? What happens? If you could say, no matter what, the Jags are going to be the 7 seed in the playoffs. No matter what they do, rest away, win, lose, doesn't matter. We're just going to put them in at 7. I might take that. I mean, I want to make the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I'm with you, and I understand that, but just in general, I am going to pull that the Chiefs win and beat the Colts.
All right,
That's
fair
just
enough.
How I am.
I don't. Like I said, I don't have an issue with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
I just
I would
it's
say that
interesting.
it's a whatever you're answering there. It's a big bet on the Colts never win in Jacksonville holding true. Right, I do think that's going to be put to the most severe test that it's been put to, maybe in the whole streak. I think with the potential exception of the Colts are playing with a chance if they win, they're in the playoffs a couple years ago, right? And that miserably bad Jaguars team still found a way to beat them in that situation.
Houston has Buffalo on Thursday night. And keep in mind, C.J. Stroud has not even hit the practice field at all in his effort to return from the concussion.
Is that a home game, Texans?
That is a home game versus the Texans, for the Texans.
Okay.
And then they're at Indy the following week. So either outcome in that game is probably good. But right now, Houston actually has the tiebreaker over Kansas City. They are only 1 game behind you, and you have this head-to-head split. So those division games are going to be critical for that.
Absolutely. This is – I mean, when was the last time, 2022, when it came down to the last weekend and, you know, who was going to win it, sent you on to the playoffs, that kind of stuff? So I love it. I love how the NFL has put their schedule out like this, where you're getting your divisional games towards the end. Sometimes they mean nothing, but when you get the ones that actually matter, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they and keep in mind, Houston has swept Tennessee already, and we may say, well, we're going to do the same, but we haven't yet.
It was really close. The Titans should have won that game.
I know.
They just keep letting Mills go down the field, scoring points to win the ball game.
Sounds familiar.
I know it.
Sounds familiar. All right, let's get Chris up next here on a Victory Monday. Chris, thank you for hanging on. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. A great day yesterday. A lot of fun to watch. I had an observation in our running game, and that was it seemed that we shifted to this pitchback versus the direct handoff. And the back seemed to be able to, I don't know, hit the hole faster. I don't know. I just wanted your opinion on that, if anybody else noticed it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Some backs like the pitch because it gives them a little bit more space to be able to flow and find the holes. Some backs don't like it because it takes their eyes off what the line's doing because they've got to catch the ball.
Right.
Now they've got to find the holes. Freddie T, I mean, he'll tell you he did not like tosses. He's like, please do not toss me the ball. For whatever reason, I mean, every running back is a little bit different, but if that helps us and they may have found something that helps our backs because we do have quicker backs that aren't just downhill, although Bashal loves going downhill, which I love to see him run behind the line of scrimmage. It's a thing. So we'll see. We'll see if that continues more. I just love that Cohen is now starting to dip into, let's get a little creative here. Let's not
creative
just,
with the plays, but not necessarily with the scheme. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
He leaned into the run yesterday, and yes, we were creative in maybe the different types of runs.
Yeah.
That play, that was one of those tosses where it looked like Tootin was going to go left, where he scored the touchdown. And then he cut right.
What do
and it
your
was
eyes tell you
open.
when you're watching that play? Is that Tootin seeing a cutback, or was that the design on the play? What did you see?
It's the design of the play, setting the guys up, going one way, starting that way, and then knowing that you're going to round back and cut back to the other side. Because you want to get those guys in bad angles where they think they've got you, and all of a sudden now you're cutting back, and all your linemen are actually sealing them in. So it's just really cool to see. It's really cool to see when they operate it and do it efficiently and effectively. It's not when guys are just getting hit in the backfield. That's when we start complaining.
I'll be honest, I didn't love the pitch on fourth down, and Tootin got it, but you're like, man, you're going wide on fourth and short. You're pitching it, so you're pitching it backwards. And, he got it. He squared his guy up, and then he runs through all the chaff there. But I would have liked that pitch. Like, it felt like the left side was the less congested side, and that would have, but, it worked. So.
And I like the fact that they're trying to try different things. How many times did we see Trevor run out to a side and then be in the wildcat type of stuff? I like it because they're setting things up for the future, but also we're seeing sometimes them run plays for the first time. Think about later in the season when they're really, really starting to gel because they've got all these plays down. They've run most of them in games. And then hopefully, I'm not going to go into next year, but that's why your offense gets better in year two because it's like, okay, yeah, we've run that play 3 or 4 times last year. Now we're running it all off season, and then we're going into a whole new season where we should be all way, way better than we were last year. But
all right. Agreed on all. Let's take a time out here. We'll come back if you want to get in. Plenty of time for you at 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. Tony will take us around the league as well coming up as we continue along a Victory Monday here. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Sometimes it's an offensive show.
You gotta be kidding me.
Sometimes it's a show of offensive discipline.
There are no words.
Listen for the Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game on 1010XL. Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL, brought to you by San Jose Collision.
Despite a great first-half effort in Saturday night's game against Ole Miss, the Gators were held scoreless in the second and struggled on defense to make it a 34-24 loss to the Rebels. They'll welcome Tennessee to the Swamp Saturday night at 7:30. Gators basketball improved to 3-1, beating Miami 82-63 Sunday night. Next up is Merrimack Friday at 7.
Jaguars Today Monday is built by Dream Finders Homes,
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
The boys are back in the kitchen.
Don't start the barbecue without me.
Joe, Matt, and Leon give you plenty to chew on during lunchtime. Freshly baked bread from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
Thank you for lunch, boys.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors, and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 777-4300.
There's lots of reasons to use Kuhn flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is RJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Kuhn Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to KuhnFlowers.com and make someone's day.
Your party's missing something.
Bold flavor.
Let Flame Broiler cater your next event and turn hungry guests into happy fans. Visit any of 5 Jacksonville locations or call Flame Broiler at 904-619-2786.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Celebrating 30 years in Jack's Beach. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn is your go-to for cash on the spot. They buy gold. Huge sale on firearms all month. Save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday with no sales tax on firearms. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee, plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Jaguars Today on 1010XL with David Garrard is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
You could probably go back and maybe find an instance like this in the history of the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I don't know if a 2-week period has ever brought the swing of emotions from like not only was it a bad loss last week, but it almost like it opened the door to other frauds, right? They're frauds. They lost 3 out of 4 now. It was a great start. They were getting all these turnovers. It was unsustainable. You just lost to a backup quarterback.
I don't trust you for the rest of the season.
I don't trust you at all, right?
You're going to have to prove it to me.
We just played the best game that we've seen from this team, this organization in years. I mean, complete victory. The way that they did it to now, you're looking at it, you're like, all right, where are we going to be seated in the play? If we don't catch Indy, can we surpass the Chargers? Well, easily you can. Chargers are off this week. Jags go to Arizona. This is going to be a big one. You got to win that game. Beat that team.
Yeah.
They're 3-7. Everyone's beating them. I know they're capable. I mean, we talked about Jacoby Brissett's performance yesterday was ridiculous. Michael Wilson and Trey McBride combined to catch 25 passes. Did we throw 25 passes yesterday?
I don't believe so.
I mean,
Wilson was on my bench.
Bad place for him.
I'm like, who has 31 points down here?
Michael Wilson.
Well, I don't think the comparison is direct because Jared Goff was playing that day, but that 22 team with that road trip to Detroit, when we were all still trying to figure out what exactly is this Jaguars team, like what are they supposed to be, and they got beat so bad that day that we were all like, well, I guess they're nothing is the answer that we all have coming out of that. And then they didn't lose again till the divisional round of the playoffs, right? Like that's when that run happened for that team after we all had the questions. It's, that was a team that at one point that season lost 5 in a row, right? And we had all decided, well, they're just not very good.
Yep.
Right? And then it felt like they were getting that momentum back. They had beaten Baltimore. The comebacks, the couple weeks before that, it was the Raiders.
Yeah.
Right? And you felt a way about that team. And then Detroit took all that hope away from you. And then they found a way to build it back up. I don't think it's a direct comparison, Demps, because Goff did play. Like that
Right, Goff did play, and they were a good team. You knew they were a good team, and they blasted you. This was like you had a team that you should have handled, and you did for 3 quarters, and then it was same old Jags.
Yeah, but I think the schedule sets up for this version of the Jaguars to have that kind of 5-game run, right? Like it's right there in front of them to do something like that to give you real momentum potentially for a playoff kind of run for this football team. But it's all beating the Chargers the way they did reinstills that kind of confidence in the fan base and hopefully in the locker room too.
You will probably be underdogs in the 2 Indy games, even here, I think. Depending on where Indy stands.
You won't be a big underdog, but you'll probably be a dog.
Probably like a point and a half, right? You'll be like 4 at Indy, 3.5. You'll be underdogs at Denver, right? Yeah. Outside of that, man, got the 2 Tennessee games. You got the Jets. You got Arizona this week. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, you got to get the Tennessee games. They're division games, and they're so gettable. And you got to get the Jets game, and that gets you to 9.
You got to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. And it's not teams that you're supposed to beat that are actually kind of just like you, maybe a little bit worse. These are teams that are not playing well at all.
No.
So you should go in and beat them and then give yourself a chance against those teams that you aren't favored in to win. You got to just give yourself a chance to be there in the fourth quarter with an opportunity to either get a stop or to go down and score.
Denver is not this unbeatable team.
No.
Right? But they have lost 2 last-second games, and those are the only games they've lost.
Their
defense is legit.
Their D-line, which is not – the D-line is really, really good, and that is our offensive line hasn't always been our brightest spot. So if we don't go out and beat ourselves, give ourselves a chance.
I saw something crazy during that Denver-Kansas City game when I got home yesterday. They had a stat. Denver has punted the ball more than any other team in the league this year.
Wow.
They're 9-2.
That's because everybody's going for it on 4th and 3 from their own 37-yard line.
But they don't have to. They're like, we'll punt the ball to y'all. Good luck against our defense.
But not many teams feel that way in today's NFL. Not many teams can back it up. And they did it without Pat Surtain. I know. And Alex Singleton as well, who's probably their best inside linebacker on that team.
They're good.
They're good. And hey, we'll worry about them down the road, man. Yep. We don't even have to worry about Arizona today at all. We just have to
This is Victory Monday.
It is Victory Monday.
Yeah.
Damn it. And now, can we start to get a few pieces back? Can we get Jordan Lewis healthy? Yeah. Right?
BTJ back. Come on.
Get BTJ back.
With his hands.
Am I crazy for asking... Do the Jags give Anton Harrison all the time he needs to get right after the way Cole Van Lanen played yesterday? Am I crazy for even suggesting?
While I was watching Cole do that yesterday, I couldn't help but think about all the times that I heard McManus express his confidence in Van Lanen. Right, for the last couple training camps, he's talked about this guy. Give him a chance to play, and we'll see it. Like he's talked about him that way for a while now, and my goodness. Did he show up yesterday?
He did, and I get it. He's awesome and valuable as a versatile piece who any lineman goes down, basically. Any outside the center, he's going to be there. Yeah. He's going to play that spot, whether it's right guard, right tackle, left tackle. He's your guy, so that there is value to that. I don't know. And it's not like the offensive line didn't play great early in the year, right? When Anton was in there, and they were not letting Trevor get touched, and the running game, they were, first few weeks of the season, they're leading the league in rushing. So,
well, I'm sure they'll evaluate it. They'll go look at the film because it may have looked all shiny to us, but there may have been things that they're like, we can't have that, we can't have this. And then also Harrison may do more where they can do more things. So you just never know.
You're right.
But they're going to go in there and take a look at it. And if they're like, y'all are about the same, but we just had a really, 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 really good game by this guy, let's just give him another week, let you heal up a little bit more. Let's see how he does it back to back.
Maybe so. Or maybe it's like, hey, as Liam Cohen said in the postgame, he specifically mentioned Cole Van Lanner. He's like, every time he came off the field, he was pissed. Like whether he justifiably was or not, he was just angry. He was playing angry all day, and he had that kind of thing.
That edge, I like it.
Right, where he's going to create some drama in his head.
He got that Jordan edge.
And the whole team played with that. Yesterday.
Good on them.
All right, let's go to John on the west side next here on a Victory Monday. Good morning, John.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Hey, Tsunami, how those guys doing?
Tsunami, I love it. We're doing great.
Yeah, Kendall's grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that was one of my points I was going to ask was the fact that the right tackle was missing, and get your opinion on that. But you already hit that topic. But I was going to ask you this: does that Jacoby Myers, does he stand a shot at becoming number one? I mean, he's catching everything that's in close to him. I'm very impressed with this guy. I love the guy. Actually, I think he's better than Brian Thomas in my opinion. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, and I'll take your comments off the air. Also, this team is going to give me a heart attack the way they've been playing, but that's okay. I'll deal with it. Have a good day.
Appreciate it. Duval. I mean, you might say he's already number one.
Yeah, and I would just say he definitely needs somebody else to go along with him. And even if the other guy is the actual number one, where the defenses try to take that person away, but giving him the opportunity to go up against 2s and 3s, and he can get in the slot and work in there. So he's just your all-around really good, solid receiver. And if BTJ is not on, or Brown isn't on, or whoever, Patrick, all those other guys, Jacoby is always going to be the same guy every time he goes out there. He's just not a flashy guy. He does not have the speed to take the top down. He's not going to catch a bubble screen and then run through a bunch of guys and go 75. Like he's not that kind of guy, but that's okay. We need a guy that catches balls, gets open, separates from DBs, and has a little bit of that dog mentality, and also a little bit of that dog mentality that can rub off onto the other receivers like your BTJ, so he can get back to being that number one dog, because he is truly a number one when he's on his game.
Right. Let's not forget, Tone, how well Brian Thomas played last year. He's having a down year.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. But, man, I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater on him, man. If we
need him to be a one.
Get him back to what we saw last year. And maybe it's focusing on those routes outside the hashes, whatever the case, and let Jacoby Myers be the dirty work. When I say he may already be the number one, I'm talking about in terms of targets.
Yeah.
Okay. But in terms of high impact targets, I still want to see that ball driven down the field to Brian Thomas when he's ready to go. De'Ami Brown is, I guess, not going to make much of an impact on this.
It is what it is.
Receiving core. It wasn't like they threw the ball a ton yesterday, but let's not. I don't want to make this Jacoby Myers versus Brian Thomas. This is Jacoby Myers plus Brian Thomas plus Parker Washington plus Austin Tremble plus De'Ami Brown plus Tim Patrick plus all these guys.
Jacoby is the kind of player that can complement
anybody, yes.
Right? And you need Brian Thomas Jr. to be what you thought he was going to be. And then you could see Jacoby filling a very prominent role in the offense as that guy. Right, and I think we forget, too, as you mentioned early on, Jacoby is a guy who did play quarterback, so he sees the game that way a little bit because he does run the routes so well. Like, he knows where he needs to be to help the quarterback out. He's also a guy that early in his career made his bones playing special teams. So he is good in that kind of space. Like, he knows how to create space for himself in a bunch of different areas because he's not the blazing guy, but he is a really good route. He's a really good pro. And for a team that needs that kind of thing, that's exactly what you want to complement a guy like Brian Thomas Jr. if you get what you want to get out of him. And then when we go into next season, hopefully they can bring a guy like Jacoby back, and you got Hunter back on the field. Like, there'll be a bunch of different options that you can feel good about in the pass game, but they are where they are right now. And what they need is Brian Thomas Jr. to shake off whatever that nonsense he dealt with in the first half of the season, because if he can become the guy that he was his rookie year for this team, and the combination with Jacoby Myers in the pass game and what they can do in the offense, that's where you feel like, all right, they got a chance to do something special potentially for the football team, but they need both those pieces to be working together.
They do. They just need BTJ to catch the ball. He don't have to change a whole lot of stuff. Just catch the ball. And that's what he's here for, and that's what he knows. So once he gets back to doing that, then this passing game will really start to fill itself out and really start to be explosive.
All right, we may not see the best of it this year, which is why Jacoby Myers is going to be a very important piece. That's why they had to make the move, right? And they obviously would like to extend him and bring him back and have that balance, have that tough guy. And then when you add Brenton Strange, now you got two guys who can operate in the middle of the damn field and deliver a blow as well as absorb one and hang on to the football. And man, I'm guessing we're going to get him back next week because he practiced all week in a limited fashion. I was surprised when he wasn't activated this week. So hopefully we'll get him back and the Jags start to get a little bit healthier and, perform a little bit better as the season goes on. It's certainly possible. All right, quick timeout here. Come back, more of your reaction. Tony takes us around the league next as well. You're listening to Jaguars Today on a Victory Monday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
I did not see this one coming.
Radio play-by-play is like stepping in a theater in your mind.
As good as it gets.
1010XL, Jacksonville's home for play-by-play.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite roofing contractor lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjax.com.
Dreamfinders Homes Monday on Jaguars Today.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
AA Automotive helps keep your car in dependable travel condition. Stop in today. They'll check the brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and AC to get you right back to your holiday plans. AA Automotive on Richard Street. Full service auto repair you can count on.
Movember is Cancer Awareness Month, so educate yourself on the risk factors for prostate and other cancers. Take charge of your health. Many cancers are highly preventable. Trust the physicians at Ackerman Cancer Center. AckermanCancerCenter.com.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account. With the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy-efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, if you're on the line, stay right there. We'll get to you coming up. Don't want to get too deep before we miss our window. Tony, why don't you tell us what's happening around the rest of the National Football League?
Now, gems around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Tennessee wide receiver Calvin Ridley will miss the rest of the season after suffering a broken fibula yesterday against the Texans. He was out for about a month before that with a hamstring injury. Pittsburgh quarterback Aaron Rodgers left their win yesterday with an injury to his left hand in the third quarter, was not able to return to the game. It's unclear if he's going to be able to give it a go this week with the injury. Running back Jaylen Warren also left the game in the third quarter, did not return due to an ankle injury. Atlanta quarterback Michael Penix Jr. left their game after re-aggravating a knee injury that he suffered earlier this year. The expectation right now, he's going to seek a second opinion on it, is that he is likely to miss the rest of the season. There for the Falcons, wide receiver Drake London left their game in overtime, was unable to return. The expectation there is that he'll miss probably a week. We'll see beyond that. Green Bay running back Josh Jacobs left with a knee injury yesterday, but the initial reports are that it's nothing serious for Jacobs. Buffalo made wide receiver Keon Coleman a healthy scratch yesterday for a disciplinary reason. Cleveland quarterback Shedeur Sanders went into their loss against Baltimore after quarterback Dylan Gabriel left the game after suffering a concussion. There is obviously now the chance that Shedeur will get the first start of his career this week for the Cleveland Browns. And
against all odds, Tony, he completed the pass 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Did you see Josina Anderson's tweet about Shedeur Sanders?
No. Oh, geez, what was this?
Had to be parody. I don't think so, though, because she's, like every opportunity she tweets something about Shedeur, and that's her prerogative, okay? But on 3rd and 10, he throws the ball to Jerry Jeudy, like 2-3 yards past the line of scrimmage. Jerry Jeudy, Herculean effort to make guys miss, break tackles, gets the first down. Against all odds, Shedeur Sanders finds Jerry Jeudy for a first down on 3rd and against all odds. He's wide open, 7 yards short of the sticks. So, anyway, that's their issue, not ours.
4 of 16 for 47 yards with a pick.
Was not the best performance.
Look,
his total QBR was 2.4.
I heard it's the lowest.
Right. So
in history.
That's better than 2.4% of outcomes since they've kept the stat, essentially, is how you read that. Not great.
Yeah, no. Look, I don't care. I'm not here to crap on Shedeur Sanders.
Sanders.
It's just like don't over dramatize one
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. But whatever. Again, like I said, you can over-dramatize Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne and Basil Tootin and Josh Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker at least for a week.
No
we
doubt.
can over-dramatize the greatest team in the history of football.
They had
clearly.
all-pro games. So.
Clearly. Look, this performance, man, if they can...
Ranks up there with the best of them. Joe Montana, who?
They're not going to play too many games where they only have one penalty for 5 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But if they could play relatively clean, 5 penalties
Keep it under
for 40,
5,
5 for 50, not 13 for 110 or something like that.
In the first half.
And don't have drops. Look, they made some mistakes in this game, but they didn't make too many of them. And
you're going to make mistakes in games. It's how many mistakes are you making throughout the game that's going to hurt yourself. That's the problem.
Do you overcome them?
Yes.
Josh Allen turned it over a couple times yesterday up in Buffalo. He also produced 6 touchdowns.
He also scored a bunch.
Single-handedly. Hope
Yeah.
he saved a few for the Texans this week. All right, what do we got? Brad in Avondale next up here. Brad, good morning. You're on Jaguars Today.
Hey, good morning. Happy Victory Monday, gentlemen. I thought Liam called a heck of a game yesterday. You know, that fake pitch with the quick strike by Trevor over the middle for a touchdown was truly a thing of beauty. But real quick, you know, while I was at the game yesterday, I checked Jack's Twitter, as I kind of typically do throughout the game, and I thought I saw a tweet from somebody saying that Trevor was wearing the armband with
we lost you.
I wanted to ask about the armband.
I did
the
hear about an
wristband,
armband.
The impact it had.
You tell us, Dave.
I don't know. I didn't know he didn't wear one. I didn't know he was wearing one. That just helps you get certain plays called that may be a little bit lengthy to call in the huddle or to try to remember. But then also it gives you quick. He can just say play number 8, and now you can just read it quickly because maybe you're down on time. That kind of stuff. But most players, most quarterbacks don't like reading the play. The reason why is because you're reading it, you're not remembering it. And as you remember it, you're remembering the play as it's happening in your head. When you're reading it, you're just reading the words. And then when you're done reading it, now you're thinking of the actual play that you're calling because you're trying to make sure you're reading all the words on there and not leaving anybody off. And then, okay, what did I just call? That's what I call. So that's why most quarterbacks don't want to have to read the play calls the whole game. But if you give them, maybe 5 to 8 times throughout the game, they have to go to the wristband, that's okay.
Yeah, it's funny because, again, we at the Miller Electric Center, I'm watching what's called the in-stadium camera, okay, which is not the exact broadcast camera, and it definitely doesn't have the commentary on it, right? And so I listened to the radio call of it, and that wasn't a big topic of discussion. And I don't know, after the game, I'm like, I didn't really, it didn't really strike me throughout the course of the game.
Well, and I think we've talked a lot about the team not getting in their own way. If this was the tweak that they had to have to get them out of a huddle,
then do that.
Yeah. It might work for Trevor. And it may save you 5 seconds of possession. I don't know. I'm just making up a number. You know what I mean? But how many times have we seen that play clock get down to 2 or 1?
And you don't know why sometimes. You're like, okay, did the coach get it in late? Because usually that's not the case. They're just standing there on the sideline ready to call the play. And then sometimes your teammates are talking to you and trying to get information from you as the quarterback, and you're trying to hear the play. So there's a lot of different reasons why the play clock goes down to the last second and then we have to burn a timeout or whatever it is. We do it quite often, and we should not be having that issue as much. But like I said, this is the first year of this offense. These guys are going to continuously get better throughout the season. Hopefully, as they're heading into the playoffs, they're hot as fire.
Absolutely. By the way, just looking at the schedule for next week, any chance we get the game flexed to 1 o'clock? No, it doesn't work like that. We like the 1 o'clock.
I love the 1 o'clock.
It's a 4 o'clock kick, 4:05 official kick time, which is fine. Look, not like we're not going to be there. We'll absolutely 100% be there. ready to go. All right, we'll see if we can squeeze one or two more in coming up on the other side. This is a victory Monday and a delightful one. In fact, Jags improved to 6-4 on the season. Stay right there firmly ensconced in the playoff picture. David Garrard's in studio with us here on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for big number one Duval Ford, where it is truck time. That's right, Duval Ford. Check out their huge selection of brand new F-150s, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Right now, you can drive one home with an incredible 0% financing for 60 months. That's 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days. That's right, zero interest, no payments until 2026 for a new F-150, and it's waiting for you at big number one Duval Ford. Visit DuvalFord.com or stop by 1616 Cassett Avenue today.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville Trust. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Jaguars Today.
You're settled into a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted. But I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining, go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
You've got a circle of friends, right? Well, how about a circle of beer? All your favorites like Bud Light, Bud Heavy, Mick Ultra, or Natty Light. It's all there in the cold case at Circle K. Probably one right around the corner right now calling your name. Slide on in to a Circle K.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
This holiday season, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers is a classy move, no matter who it's for. This is Frank Frangie. Kuhn Flowers is the most respected name in the floral business. Find out why when you go to kuhnflowers.com and order an arrangement today.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Jacksonville homes are selling, but it can take months, and it takes a price lower than you want. Well, getting top price means aggressive marketing, and Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive the demand to sell your home. And they have this unbelievable promise and guarantee. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. If you need to sell now, Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. You want max price? Chad and Sandy are going to aggressively market your home, and they're going to get it. Anthony and Mary in Palm Coast said, we wanted to move back home closer to family. Getting max price was more important than a fast sell, but we had only purchased our home last year, so we didn't have much equity. After just 23 days of aggressive marketing with Chad and Sandy, they sold our house at the price we needed to make the move. Call the Jacksonville experts you can trust, and I recommend. Call Chad and Sandy at 904-414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Just look me in my eye.
David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
So, DG, the staff has prompted me after intense research.
Are we memory lane time?
Memory lane time.
Oh.
Last time the Jags didn't punt in a game.
Well, do we have to go down this?
Any recollection of what have happened in that game? Which is too late. The path has been.
It was Mark Brunell.
No.
Oh.
No. It was you.
Not that far. Oh,
it was you.
Oh, I remember it was a great game.
Yes. Must have been like 6 TDs.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah.
6 TDs.
Let's see.
Wait, I never threw 6 TDs.
You in terms of interceptions, you went 3 and a hook, and you went with the over.
Oh no! Did I ever have a bad game?
No.
I didn't think so. It was everybody else's fault.
The punter needed a rest that day, and you gave it to him.
He did. He came to me and said, "Hey, Dave, I'm not looking good today, so just do whatever.
If you could help me out,
just don't let me play."
What did Mike McDaniel praise Tua about last week, right? Tony throwing picks like on 3rd and long. I'm sure all those came on 3rd and long, and they were arm punts. That's what they call them now, arm punts.
Arm punt.
An arm punt. That's
okay.
So whatever. So we
That's
only
exactly what they were.
We kid and give you a hard time because we know that we collectively didn't have your little fingers worth of ability.
Well,
so
I'm just glad social media wasn't that big back then.
Man, right? I mean, it's crazy. I remember when I first got on Twitter, like I followed Shaq. I'm like, I don't know who's on
Shaq
like,
and the Fool.
I'm like, Shaq can talk directly to me now. Like it was a concept that took a minute to wrap my brain around. All right, let's get Brandon in St. Augustine going to get the last word this morning here on a Victory Monday. What's up, Brandon?
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
I wanted to call in and give Liam Cohen and the coaching staff their flowers. We all certainly, spit roasted them last week, held them to the fire, no holding back. They got everything we could give them, and a lot of pressure on this game, and they absolutely responded. I'm super proud of the team. And I wanted to ask David, a performance like that where they come out PO'd, does that come from the staff, or is something like that only can come from the players internally as somebody who's been in the locker room? I'll take your comments out there. Thanks.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, as soon as that first meeting happens, the day or whenever right after that game, that the coaching staff, they're setting the tone. They're letting you know that this isn't happy-go-lucky. This isn't, we're just going to turn the page and keep this smile on our face. Whatever it is, I believe they, from what we were hearing too, there were some fired up coaches. I know Cohen was fired up, and he basically was saying, we are not going to let this happen again. And if we do, it's not because we didn't hold your feet to the fire. It is time to go, man. And if you're not ready to go, don't come in this locker room. Don't come in this team meeting. Stay home, because we only want the ones that's got their lunch pails ready to go and ready to hit somebody in the mouth. So you could tell from the first meeting that it was go time, and we ain't playing around.
All right.
Look, there's a weird thing in the NFL whenever this kind of thing comes up to me. Like, because you've been on the other side of this. I don't know how you play an NFL game if you're not mad.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's a little bit to that side of, like, you have to get yourself in that headspace to even be able to compete at the NFL level. But every now and then you do have things that throw more fuel on that fire, it would seem to me.
You do. And not everybody can play mad, because that sometimes guys will play poorly because they're so emotionally involved in the game, mentally mad. Now, you can go out there with a great focus and intense and those kind of things, and it comes off as mad, but not everybody can go out there with that big chip on their shoulder and say that I'm going to just hit everything moving, because some of us aren't hitting people. Some of us have to hit people with a football that can, so I can't throw it mad, because then that means I'm throwing it through your chest on every pass, and I'm just, everybody that has played sports before, when you get real fired up, sometimes you're on, but most of the times you're off. because you're so mad, and the coaches say, calm down, relax a little bit, take a breath. It's okay. Nobody's dying out here. Let's just play ball. And sometimes you come in with that anger and everything, and then you have to say, okay, all right, I'm over the top with it. Let me dial it back a little bit. Here's the sweet spot. You're always trying to find that sweet spot.
All right. If you want to see or hear or read reaction, just go through the thread this morning on the question of the day to how people feel. And, mostly elated, but some good points made in there. You can go check that out at MD_1010XL on the X platform. Right now, our time is done. XL Primetime coming in.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, Josie, just the way everyone saw it coming.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Yes. To the T, we all had the game plan figured out before they even kicked it off. 35, unbelievable. It really was.
It's so many different unbelievable aspects of this.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert accounted for his team-leading passing and rushing yardage all in the first half.
Yeah.
Nothing. He threw for 0 yards in the second half.
Did they run for 35 yards in the second half? I think that was the number. It might even be lower than that.
Was it that high? He led the team in rushing.
Yeah.
With like 32 yards for the whole game.
Yeah.
So, he completed one ball in the third quarter for 0 yards to Ladd McConkey.
Honestly, I didn't see it coming, and I heard what you guys said, and also I go back to Tony Baselli on, I think it was with JP and Jimmy Gladstone, I call him the Thursday show, and he said, I just love the way this team is going to respond. And he was prophetic. I didn't see it. I didn't imagine it, especially with as many guys that were down. Give him all the credit in the world, man. It was a hell of a win.
Now, don't squander it.
No.
Don't just give it back by losing Arizona. You got this a 3-7 football team, and we'll worry about the Cardinals though as the week goes on. I'm sure you'll be dissecting Jags' victory and plenty of college football today as well.
No doubt, my man.
All right, have a good show,
all right,
Joey.
Fellas, thank you.
There he goes. XL Primetime coming up for the next couple hours. DG, anything big on the agenda this week?
No, nothing this week, but I do want to say, since I don't get to talk about the next upcoming game, the Cardinals are a team that when they come out, they're going to come out to try to punch you in the mouth a little bit. But as soon as you punch back, they're going to start thinking, okay, we're 3-7. I'm not trying, we're into that phase of the season where teams, you don't let them hang around. If you don't let them hang around, then as you get into the third and fourth quarter, it gets a little bit easier. But the closer they are to the game, the more they want to try to win it.
Everyone's got fire till you bring a little bit of ice.
Exactly.
Well, we love the mayor, but not for 3 hours on Sunday, buddy. Calais, you better bring your lunch pail too, pal.
Yeah.
Because we make Cole Van Lannon your ass all game, all right?
I love it.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. Victory Monday. We get a little crazy with ourselves. We'll check the tape with Jeff Logman, see if the victory was just as convincing as we felt it was, if that's what the film shows. That'll do it for us. For Coach Denmark, for Tony Smith, for David Garrard, I'm Mike Dempsey. Thank you for listening to Jaguars Today on this Victory Monday here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
I told y'all to get off of